Well, this girl chick is freezing her ass off. When I left the house this morning, the temperature was almost 60 despite the wind. And so I figured I'll just wear a light fleece. Yeah, that was a total mistake. So I'm here at Trinity West still. It's almost 12:30 and I'm spending the night. Mom does not look good. It's a death by natural causes with pain medications on board. It's the way that the hands are held, slack, as well as the mouth being slack, comforted by putting cushions around or pillows around. I can't explain it unless you have been through this as a family member or a friend. You just, I don't know. I guess people assume that it's going to be like a death on TV. My dad was peaceful passing. I don't know. I'm hoping my mother is the same. She's already determined. She knows. She knows that she's dying. And she knows God is calling her home. And I told her, I said, Jesus and Dad will be there. She's nodding her head, yes. And I cried. I did. I held her hand and sat low on the bed or on the chair. And then the nurse came in and she had to do some stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head out. And I went into the hall and I just started to cry. And those of you that know me well know that I don't cry in front of people. I don't. And that stems from an incident in my childhood. So I knew that for me to cry and not be able to stifle it, I was hurting. So it's almost 12:30 out here in the AM, and I am spending the night. I don't want to leave her side. And I told better half, I said, in the morning you've got to come, and I want you to stay with her while I run home and put my pill case together. I got a lot of pills I take. And I just told him I don't want her alone. I don't want her to die alone in an empty room. However she chooses to pass, I just don't want her alone. It's burying another parent. Not burying, cremating. Going through the grief of another parent. And I missed my dad, but my mom, it made no sense for her to have such a, I can't explain it. It's just like, boom, she's sick. She goes to the hospital once, and they tell her she has some fluid. They're going to drain it with a needle, and they do. And then they sent her home. And then she came to the ER again because she couldn't breathe. And they drained it. And the nurse, he was an asshole. He's like, this is all in your head. This pain is all in your head. And my mom was looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, again, we were discharged and we went home. And she had an appointment with her doctor, her general practitioner, and so we went, and her doctor was pissed. I mean, absolutely pissed off, because my mom being discharged with a pleural effusion, and that's horrific. That's the accumulation of fluids between the lung and the chest wall. And so, yeah, they inserted a drain. They did. And it's still there. It's a vacuum drain, but it's on my blog. But to make it sweet and short. When she went to the ER, she was cognitive and active and walked her ass in. And she went from that to this, to death. Like, seemingly, it's just been a few days, people. This woman was walking around the house, feeding her dog. Okay, she had help going up the stairs, and she had to use a potty chair because there's no bathroom on the main floor, but she was cognitive functioning. She was doing her prayers. She knew what day of the week it was. She knew what her shopping list is. She knew what meds she was running out of. She knew Jeff's birthday was coming up. And overnight, just fucking overnight. Over fucking night. I'm mad. This hospital fucked up with my father. And now, no, I'm not going to say anything bad about Valley Hospice because they are awesome. I have never seen so much care and concern and love that they show their patients. And I know some of you have never been in hospice or worked in hospice, but it's hard because you get to know these people and you know they're dying and you can't do anything about it. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I see the hallmarks of approaching death with the resting of hands, the pillows are under them, the pillows under the legs, nice fluffy pillow behind for her to rest her head on. She has the spasms in her hands and her arms where she just flexes. It's involuntary. She can still squeeze. When I held her hand, she squeezed mine. She's too weak to articulate. So, and it's difficult to puzzle out what she's actually saying when she does mumble something. I told her I loved her, and she said, I love you too. And then everything else has just been... So I went outside to smoke a cigarette or two. It's around 12:30, and I'll stay here until the morning. I told Jeff to come get me. Is my walker still outside? Yes, it is. Good. It's so windy, I can't get the latch open in the back. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, that's lovely. So my walker is pressed against the car with brakes on. I love my walker. But, yeah, so here we are at Trinity West. And, I'm angry. I'm angry at the ignorance. I'm angry that a nurse would sit there and tell my mother that her inability to breathe is her own fault because she's telling herself she can't breathe. And they discharge her, and we go to her GP, and yeah, there's a pleural effusion. They should never have discharged you. And she went downhill from that rapidly. So I'm here. If I'm not here, better half will be here. We will take shifts if need be. Although really, I can stay here all goddamn day and night. It's a comfy couch. I can sleep. I just didn't bring... I got to put my meds all together, but... Yeah, so that's where we stand. Oh, God, I feel so hideous, yucky. But anyway, so... Here's this gruff chick, this old woman, trying to remain strong for my mom. And I don't know. I don't know what fate has in store, be it God or whoever. But I know that she's mentally grasping the fact that it's her time to go. And I don't think she's afraid. I think, like she said, you know, when I pass, I get to see Jesus and see your dad again. And yeah, I believe that, you know, that she has embraced this thought. And oh my God, the wind has really fucked up my hair. But yeah, she has embraced the thought and the knowledge, and she's slowly fading. And so that's why I want somebody here with her at all time. Not, I don't mean staff, I mean like me or Jeff. So that she knows us, she knows we're here for her. I fucked up this video. I have it propped on the steering wheel, but it's not the same as our old Escape was. So it doesn't want to hover. I'm going to end up dropping this fucking phone. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I don't know why it's on black and white mode, by the way. Yeah, so I'm frustrated. And I'm grieving already. And my walker is still there. Yes, okay. It's going to creep out on me. I know it is. There he is. Resting against the car. Hopefully not going anywhere. Yeah, the only complaint I have with the Bronco, actually, I love my Bronco. I just wish it had heated seats. And zones. So you could have each person. Like my Escape did. But that's okay. You know, it's my little Brutusy rumbly. No, not the truck. The truck is rumbly. But little Brutus, the Bronco. Footing up through all the shit that Mother Nature wants to throw at him. No, I'm just rambling on for 15 minutes. I've been out here almost 40 minutes, so yeah.